Hello, welcome to Star Ratings. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of movies that were badly rated, but we actually really love them. My name is Patrick. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, Big Rick Deluxe here coming at you live, getting ready to throw down some honest ratings here.
The first movie we're going to be talking about today is Pixels.
Gotta love it. Kevin James,
Adam Sandler, and Josh Gad.
absolutely hilarious. You gotta love the lineup. Just look at the names right there. That should tell you everything you need to know, everything you want to know about this movie.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that it got bad ratings because it has Adam Sandler, and critics just hate Adam Sandler for I don't know what reason.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I mean, let's look at some of his movies in the past. Quality stuff, awesome, hilarious. You can't hate the guy, in my opinion. I don't understand it. He gets negative criticism, and I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything bad, and he's funny in every movie he makes.
So let's talk a little bit about Pixels. I absolutely loved this movie. It's action-packed from the get-go, and like I said, it's absolutely hilarious. I didn't find anything negative about this movie. It was funny. I love video games. It brought back a lot of the old school games that I grew up with. I don't know about you, Patrick. I know you're a bit younger than me, but we're talking about Centipede. We're talking about Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. A lot of the games that I grew up with as a child that I can totally relate to.
So this movie got, on Rotten Tomatoes, a 17% from critics, a 46% from an audience score. I think this movie should probably have at least an 85% in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. Classic case of nerds having to save the world.
What it's about, by the way, is during the time when these games were invented, Pac-Man, Centipede,
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, during the time these games were invented or created, they had a little tournament, and at the end of the tournament, they put those games in a capsule and launched it into space. And what happened was aliens got a hold of the capsule, and they thought it was a threat for some reason.
They thought it was a challenge.
So they started sending the games to Earth, but like making the humans play them. So the humans had to be the ghosts and hunt down Pac-Man and all these kind of things. And really, something you said, going back on how I feel about the movie, it has great visuals.
It does.
It's a beautiful movie, and I love the visuals. It looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I do too. Like I said, I didn't find anything negative about this movie. It had a nice combination of action and comedy, which I absolutely love. I say definitely give this movie a watch.
So we are called Star Ratings because we are going to give them ratings with stars. I think we're going to go out of 10.
10 being the highest score you can get.
Yes.
So you're saying you're going to give Pixels the highest score that Star Ratings provides. You're going to give them a 10.
No, I'm giving Pixels a 9. 9 stars.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with that. I say 9 stars for Pixels. It's hilarious. I think it's family friendly as well. It's something that both the kids and the parents are going to both enjoy. So definitely I support that 9 rating.
So next family movie night, go ahead and pick up Pixels. Check it out. The next movie we're going to talk about is Power Rangers. This movie is somewhat new. It came out in 2017. On Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 44%. The audience score isn't too bad, but is at a 66%. I personally believe even that is too low for this movie.
I honestly would maybe put it in the 80% range. I mean, this is another movie that can relate to both the old and new generations. I mean, how far back are we going with Power Rangers? 20, 25 years maybe with Power Rangers?
Yeah, I am 22 years old, and I grew up my whole life. I loved Power Rangers, not necessarily watching cartoons, but the games and the action figures and all that stuff. I was definitely a huge fan of that growing up.
And another action-packed movie from the get-go. Like I said, I'm 44 years old, and I've been on board with Power Rangers from the beginning, and I thought they really captured the essence of what the Power Rangers are.
So, my opinion on the movie, it is absolutely phenomenal. The story is phenomenal. And they even put one of the Power Rangers, the yellow one, is actually a lesbian, I believe. So they are trying to reach out to people, to reach out in today's society to these people, to try to get them to watch the movie. And the movie was absolutely phenomenal. I remember there was one part where it actually made me tear up a little bit. And at the end, of course, there's going to be a final battle, just like any other superhero or action movie. And, the final battle had you into it. It had you going, shaking your fists in the air, cheering them on. It got you into it. So I don't see anything wrong with this movie.
And to go back on something you said, they made the characters very lovable, very likable, and there were some tearjerker moments. I had watery eyes. I mean, hell, I cry at Forrest Gump. So, there are some tearjerker moments. It pulls on the heartstrings, but the characters. The acting is absolutely phenomenal. I thought they captured the characters, the Power Rangers. They really captured that character and presented it with class and style. Great movie, absolutely loved it. Another good movie for family night.
And in case you do not know what this movie is about, these high schoolers, I believe, they are all in this area just coincidentally at the same time, and they discover something, and that something, it's kind of like their powers.
Yes.
So, I don't know, and then they find this weird area, and it's kind of like an alien ship, and they go on it, and the captain of the Power Rangers, that talking head dude, he trains them, and the whole movie they're trying to train mostly to defeat the bad guy who is trying to take over the world. So that is Power Rangers from 2017. Time for the star ratings. I'm going to give this one an 8.5 stars out of 10.
And I'm in the ballpark as well. I'm going to give it an 8, a solid 8. Love the movie, action-packed, and there were some humorous moments as well. So it had everything that I was looking for in a movie. Great movie. I'll give it a solid 8.
The final movie that we're going to be reviewing today is Fist Fight.
And who doesn't love a good old-fashioned fist fight?
Ice Cube and Charlie Day are the main characters in this movie.
And they absolutely worked great together.
So, this movie got 26% from the critics and 41% audience score. Obviously, way too low for this movie.
I got to agree. I mean, what are you looking for? What do you want? This was a comedy. It was made to be funny, and I think it lived up to the hype. It was absolutely hilarious. Who doesn't love a good old fist fight, let alone between two teachers? What kid would not want to see that?
Yeah, so let's say this in the beginning this time. What this movie is about is two teachers. One of them pisses off the other one, and he's like, you know what, we're gonna fight. So the whole movie, the other one, the weak one, he's trying to get out of the fight. I'm not gonna say whether or not the fight happens or what happens in the fight. You'll have to find that out for yourself. But yeah, the whole movie, the weak one is trying to get out of the fight.
And of course, Ice Cube playing the aggressor, and boy, who has a worse poo face, a mean face than Ice Cube? He pulled off that villain character brilliantly.
Yes, he did. And I just want to say though, this movie is my least favorite of these three. This was a good movie. I would recommend seeing it. But just right out of the gates, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a 7.5 star out of 10.
I'm a little surprised by that. I thought it was a little bit better. I enjoyed it. I thought the storyline was good. It was funny. There were no dull moments during the movie. There was a lot of twists and turns. You know, you were wondering what was going to happen next. Was the fight going to happen? Was it not going to happen? So I'm gonna give this a solid 8 again. I really enjoyed the movie.
I enjoyed it as well. I thought it was funny. Not quite as funny as I thought it was going to be, but it definitely was. It had quite a few laughs in there.
Would you recommend this for family night?
For a family night?
Or is this more of a date night type of movie?
Yeah, this is more of a date night. This is not a family night movie. This is a date night movie because this movie, I believe at numerous times, jokes around about drugs. So I don't know if this is really a family movie, but definitely a date night movie. So if you are having a date night and you do not know what to pick up, maybe consider Fist Fight because it is definitely worth seeing. So that was 3 movies which critics hated but we loved. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to see future videos. And also, we have a Patreon page. The link will be in the description. If you'll check that out, we would definitely appreciate that.